Kyle, the educator, wants to know, with WWE stealing all of Conrad's stuff, is he worried about Tony, Dave Silva, or even Jay-Z Flair getting picked up by the WWE? No, I'm not worried about Jay-Z Flair getting picked up. And Tony Schiavone says he's going to turn it down no matter what.
Yeah. Those people, there was a time in my life, and it wasn't that long ago, where I contacted them, and I've told this story, and I'm not going to tell the entire story. I contacted them about going back to work there as a producer, and they basically blew me off again. Then there was a time where I approached Triple H about doing something on the network. Triple H said they'd get back to me. No one's ever gotten back to me. Be that as it may, I now have learned that I don't know if I want to, well, I know I don't want to expose myself to that type of pressure and that type of craziness. God bless Bruce Pritchard. God bless him for wanting to go back and do that, because that's going to shorten a man. That's got to shorten a man's life. That's just nuts. Just absolutely nuts. That's high pressure shit. That being said, I love what I'm doing too much now with you, and I love you too much, Conrad.
Well, I love you too, and I appreciate you not abandoning ship here. Let me ask you this. This is a fun question here. This is from Matt Duncan. Hypothetically, if the WWE had shut down in 97 or 98 and WCW had won the war, where would the business be today?
The business probably be on its ass, to be honest with you, because I don't think I don't think it was long for Turner. I don't think being owned by Turner. I think Turner would eventually fucked it up.
Joseph Daniel wants to know, if Tony hadn't voluntarily left WWE in 1990, how long would he have lasted there before he completely Schiavone'd it?
Yeah, that's a good question. I always thought that had I made it through that time and stayed with Vince, that I would still be there today. I originally thought that. But then I heard the story that you told on one of these podcasts about what happened to JJ. And JJ and I went there about the same time. And he cut JJ's money. And I don't know, he may have cut my money too. And I may have had to look for other work as well. So that's hard for me to say. But on the surface, I probably would have stayed there and still be there today, hopefully working behind the scenes.
WM86 wants to know, how much money would it take for Tony to go back to the WWE today?
Oh, it would take $500,000.
So $500,000 and you're out of here. You're gone.
Yeah. See, cause that's not going to happen. So there you go.
I don't know. I think you might be surprised.
I'm crying out loud. If they pay me $500,000, something's fucking wrong with them. And we know something's wrong with them anyway.
Jeremy wants to know, does Tony think he could do better play-by-play than Michael Cole in 2019?
Probably not, because he's had much more practice at it than I've had.
Josh Kuhn wants to know, what's Tony's opinion of the WWE announce crew today?
I like them. I think I'm not a fan of some of their 3-men announce crew, because I don't think they work together well. I think Corey Graves is one of the best ever. Like Tom Phillips. I like Michael Cole. I know a lot of people give Michael Cole shit, and I say the reason they give Michael Cole shit is he's been on everything. And there's a thing, and believe you me, I know it. There's a thing called announcer fatigue. You just get tired of hearing that guy. And people say that about Cole. And of course, I think you know what I think of Renee. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. I hope they give her a better role. Would you stop?
What? I had to take a deep breath.
Okay. I hope they give her a better role instead of just giving her lines to read. I hope they let her use her talents as an announcer instead of just, here, say this, Renee. And because it's pretty apparent that she's just saying lines a lot of the time. But you do what you're told as the announcer. But I like that. I do. I like them. I think they're very, very good at what they do, and I don't envy them. I don't envy being on the other end of of a headphones, that crazy motherfucker screaming at me on the other end.
Thomas Falbo wants to know, have you read Guy Evans' Nitro book and what did you think of it?
I have not read it. At first I poo-pooed on it, but now I've been told even by Eric Bischoff and by you, it's worth the read. I don't know if I want to read it because I don't know if I want to get pissed off even more at what happened at the Turner people than I am now. So it's kind of like, going back and living and knowing you've been fucked over and reading a dossier about it. I just don't know if I want to do that, but I heard it's a good one.
Richard Jammer wants to know, can someone please explain to me the Karl Anderson Bad Money Slim discussion on the WrestleMania week episode?
Yes.
I feel worked trying to understand.
No, we saw, Luke Gallows was there.
And and you and I swore it was Karl Anderson.
That's right. Because there was a shorter guy with no hair.
Right.
All right.
It's a bald dude, pretty good looking, in good shape.
In good shape. Okay. And didn't shut up.
Right.
And from what we know of Karl Anderson, never met him, that he can run his mouth.
Right.
And so I remember saying to you, that's Gallows and Anderson. You said, no, I don't think that's Anderson. And I said, are you sure? And then all of a sudden it's Bad Money Slim. And I should have known, right? Because he had the grill in.
And he was dressed like an asshole.
Right.
That's how you know it's Bad Money Slim.
Right. So I made a mistake at first, and I just thought it would be funny bringing that up on our show and playing dumb on our show again, and us going through kind of the same routine we went through in the bar. But no, that was Bad Money Slim. And my apologies to Karl Anderson, wherever you are, if you ever listen to us. I'd like to meet you, and I apologize for mixing you up with Bad Money Slim.